I've been here a little over 8 years.
Close to 17 years.
Been here for 10 years.
Since 2012.
19 years.
15 years.
Actually be 20 years next week.
5 years and 9 months.
Over going on 18 years.
5 years. 17 years.
My name is Dennis Putman, and I've been with Aisin for 33 years.
There were people in my neighborhood that worked at Aisin, and I had heard a lot of good things about it. And they actually, at the time that I was ready to return to work, they had an opening in the accounting department, which is what my background is in. So it was a nice fit and a good time for me to return to work.
Actually, originally I'm from Malaysia. I came here to go to university. Then my main reason I moved to Southern Illinois was to go to SIU. Added 2 more kids into the family, so the priority changed from my education to the kids' education, and same time at Aisin, my career path took off.
I used to deliver water, and Human Resources had an office at the airport before Aisin even had people in the plant. They called and ordered a water cooler, and I mean, just making conversation, I was just like, so what are you guys doing here? And they told me that they were opening up a new factory. I got excited because I was delivering water for like $9 an hour, and I thought that this would be a good move.
And I worked in a retail store, and a lot of Aisin workers come in and get jeans to work in. And I was just curious about how it really is over here. And they was bragging about it so much. They was like always coming in, being so polite. And I was like, well, shoot, if they're that polite there, I would love to come to work here. They was like, put an application in. Everybody was coming in, put an application in. And I was like, okay. So here I am.
A long time ago, I was talking to my friend. He was telling me about how great of a place it was, and then I've just going through different stuff and wound up getting on and love it.
It was spur of the moment. However, I was in a career that didn't have advancement opportunities unless I was willing to move out of state. My family's from here, and so I felt this was the best thing for my career. So here I am.
I got permanently laid off from my previous job, and so I decided to go to school, and I needed extra income. And my sister recommended Aisin. She told me that it was a very good place to work, and they had great benefits and nice people. So I came in to give it a try.
Everything. The 401k, most jobs you can't touch it till you're 59 and a half. This, you're fully vested. Once you get $2,000 in there, you can borrow up to half anytime. And all the other benefits are great. Your family's covered. You have peace of mind knowing that if anything happens to anyone in your family, which you hope you don't, but you got insurance, and insurance is cheaper than any place I've ever talked to anyone having. So you can't beat it. And family picnics and stuff where everyone gets together. They have free ice cream trucks. When I bring my family, they're like, "This is awesome!" Bouncy houses all over. It's great. And no one can ever complain about none of the benefits. And people don't believe when you tell them the benefits you have here. It's awesome.
The easiest way for me to sum that up is it has allowed me and my wife to raise and college educate 3 children. So through great wages, benefits, bonuses, those type of packages, has allowed for a great life for me and my wife and our family.
The way Aisin has really opened my eyes to some of the things they do, the 3 pillars, and one of them being a good corporate citizen. I really didn't understand what that meant. I was here when this plant went 0 landfill. I thought that was going to be an impossible feat. To see them do that and set that goal and obtain it, I thought that was pretty inspiring, honestly. If a corporation this size can go 0 landfill, and I thought that was, I guess to say, kind of admirable of them. And how that inspired me was there's some goals that seem impossible. I would have thought that was near impossible, but it made me realize if you look where you want to be in life and set those goals, they may not be achievable overnight, but you can slowly get better, slowly make the improvements, identify your weaknesses, fine-tune yourself, fine-tune your skills. And what does that mean? It means career. You can set your career path the way you want.
Well, like I said, whenever I first started at Aisin, it was kind of I was looking for something temporary to get me going into my career path, and the way things turned out working here at Aisin, it was that career path. So it has definitely benefited me in that aspect of taking what I thought was just going to be a get me over the hump to them providing me a career, and definitely been a huge benefit for me making that decision years ago.
Well, when I was working at the mall, I didn't have no insurance. When I found out they had a good insurance policy, I really needed it. I got the 401k, I didn't have that, so you give you bonuses. So I was like, what? I ain't never had a bonus. So I was like, okay.
Oh, Aisin has improved my life tremendously. It's gave me a great income, for the last 19 years, solid, stable income. I met my wife here, so that's a big plus. My kids have been to the picnics and the minors games, and we've done volunteer work as a family, so it's been good.
Honestly, I like the sense of accomplishment. Like I said, I like working as a team, and when I know that my teams are out there and they come up to me and tell me that I'm helping them, that gives me a sense of accomplishment that I don't get many other places.
Health benefits are wonderful. Having the wellness clinic is wonderful. I've got school-aged kids and they like to fake sick, so I can run them over there. Don't have to worry about a copay every time I visit. And they can help get my kids right back to school. So
I feel like I'm working with a family. Like, it's not just random people. It's like we all come together to do our jobs together.
One of the guys that I worked with on second shift, he goes, I'm going where the money's at, Mount Vernon. I'm like, no. And you had to work 2 12s on the weekends and all that stuff. I was telling him and stuff, but he goes, they're offering me a bunch of money. Then I seen him like 2 years later, and like, no, it didn't work out, Everyone thinks that something's better. And it kind of goes along with what we said with the insurance and stuff. Someone go, I'm gonna make $30 an hour. But after they're paying insurance, they're making $9 an hour.
It's really very simple. Every day is a new day. It's full of challenges, and every day I learn something. And that just makes it exciting. It's all part about being a part of a winning team. I think everybody wants to be part of a team, and especially when it's a winning team, you really want to be a part of that and stay with it.
The most appreciating thing to me was I think the management trusts me, and I have I've started the company from a launch leader, and then got promoted to section manager. I've taken on production control. Now I'm an assistant department manager, and I think Aisin is an awesome place to work. I think there's lots of opportunities.
Like I said, the benefits, When I was at the mall, I didn't have none. I love what I do, learning new stuff in my department, and I just love it, and doing what I'm doing.
I feel like I've grown as a person as this factory has grown as a company. I think that Aisin has helped me grow as a leader and as a person. Our clinic is a great resource. I have a good 401k. Aisin has matched my contributions, so there's lots of incentives just besides a paycheck that make me not want to look anywhere else.
the family that I've created with my peers and the people that I work with every day, knowing that I'm surrounded by a group of people who have strong work ethics and drives to succeed, that's what keeps me back every day and keeps me from ever wanting to look elsewhere.
Basically, it's a whole bunch of things, but I can say the insurance. We have good insurance here, and the pay is very good for this area, and the people here. Like I said, I just love coming here and meeting new people, and I'm just thankful to be able to have a place to come.
I spent about a year at the team member level. I was an OLT on second shift for several years, and several years as a first shift OLT, learning all the different lines and sunroofs. And eventually, I became an advisor. From here, we'll see where it goes.
When I joined the company, I was a launch leader, basically to launch Toyota projects. And then within like a few months, I've taken on GM projects and then Subaru. And recently, we're working on Mercedes-Benz. It's been a very challenging and just grateful for all the experience that I've gained so far.
When I came in, I'd started as a line worker. In the door and lock department, I didn't do that for very long. I had aspirations to be more than that. And then I started at a team leader injection 3 months after getting hired. I did that for just a short few months, and then the supervisor job came over and took that path. I was a supervisor out here for about 5 years and then promoted up to an assistant manager. And then about my 7th or 8th year, I ended up becoming what they call a section or a zone leader out here, where I was over an entire commodity. And before I got promoted to my current position, which is, it's called assistant department manager, I'm over operations on everything from subcomponents, submaterials, all the way to the final product. And I've been doing that now for about the last 5 or 6 years.
I started out doing brackets, and then I got to learn the other side. So that's where I'm at now, on the other side. But I like it. I like both of them. Like I said, I've been in that department since I've been here. And it's so hard for me to try to go somewhere else because I just love my department.
I worked in glass for 15 years on second shift, and then I worked for doors and locks. And after 5 years, I transferred over to sunroofs, and I've been with the sunroof department ever since, and I love it.
The feel that I get from the place is, like I said earlier, there's a lot of teamwork. There's a lot of people collaborating together to accomplish a goal. And we always work to make sure that we're being proactive about safety issues. So you get the kind of feel that the company cares about you.
Well, unlike a lot of factories, it's clean, it's well lit, air conditioned, it's comfortable. A lot of technology. It's not kind of the factory that people think about, my grandpa's factory, where it's dark and dirty and dangerous. It's 100% the opposite of that.
Whenever we have a customer here, customer visit, one of the things that customer say towards the end of the closing comments is clean company. People are motivated. A lot of people coming and trying to support to make it successful. So very clean environment, motivated people. We have strong people in every department that are trying to do a good job for Aisin. So I think that's the teamwork. That's probably kind of the big thing for Aisin, I would say.
Everything's taped, everything's clean, climate controlled, orderly, not tripping over things when you walk. They make certain to take care of any safety aspects first and foremost.
I've traveled around even to several different Aisins across North America. And from the 3 plants here in Marion, our cleanliness and just the brightness of our factory and the brightness of our team members really shines through.
Oh yeah, you're actually making something for someone. You're making cars and you're making car parts, and it's going on someone's vehicle that they're going, oh man, I got it. Or you see a new model coming out, you're like, oh man, it's cool. I can't wait to see one on the road. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Every day is a new day. It's full of challenges, and every day I learn something, and that just makes it exciting.
Oh yes. Like I said, I've been out here 5 years, and I've been in the same department. Ever since I've been out here, I just feel loved. So
I love working at AMI. I love working at Aisin. I've never considered in 19 years working anywhere else, and that says a lot.
Yes, I do. I love my job. It's hard work, but it's good hard work and I like the environment. I love the people here. They're like family to me, and so far I've been treated real good here.
Well, when I was growing up, I liked playing sports. And I don't get to play a lot of sports anymore, but I get to act as a team. Being out on the floor, I get to do things that are very team-oriented. I get to help people solve problems, and I get the satisfaction from working as a team.
And here, they want it to be that way, to where it's flawless. You know exactly what you gotta do. It comes in time. It's right there. It's ready to roll. Next thing, you know, you got your box going in, your box is going out, and takes the guesswork. There's a lot less guesswork, and that makes for a way better day, to where you know what you gotta do, and you know it's not gonna be a big trouble for you.
Christmas break, that's great. It's almost like you're a teacher, but you don't get the summers off.
I grew up in the biggest city in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and I love this setup here, small town. I hate traffic jams. There's no traffic jam in Southern Illinois, so I love it, yeah.
I guess camaraderie. For instance, this being a Japanese-owned company, I had a guy come over to my house. I'm fortunate enough we got a pond. He caught a fish a month ago, and he said, I haven't caught a fish in 10 years. He said, it was so exciting, his heart was racing. I mean, that's doesn't get a lot better than that. To be able to share our experience, our culture with the Japanese culture, one, that's fulfilling, honestly.
It's very nice to be able to come into a happy environment every day, being able to get along with people that you're working with, and not coming to work and dreading it every day. It's you come to work, you're excited about being here, and ready to get the day started and see what the day brings.
Just to know that no matter what would happen, I have a consistent source of income. I have a family, so I definitely appreciate that job security, and knowing that I'm going to be able to work, and I'm going to be able to make a living and support my family.
I really like the ability to voice my opinion and have my opinion heard, and then actually get to see my ideas and go into fruition. We've got the 1P1K program and other items in which, really you're able to showcase your ideas for improvement, and if they're approved, you can see them in action. So
I love the mentor program, because even though my sister told me that this was a good place, I was afraid when I first came in, and I didn't know anybody but my sister. And the mentors, they kind of take you in and like a friend, and they show you around and make you feel more comfortable about your job, and I like that. I just love helping people, because there were some people that came here that was homeless, and a lot of people don't talk to just everybody, and I was able to give them information on getting a place, like going to a shelter or something, until they were able to save their money and get a place to live. I just feel that they're very helpful. You never know what people are going through.
I would tell them that it's a steady job, and it's got great benefits. It has a retirement plan, there's bonuses, and the longer you're here, the better it gets.
Yeah, I tell them, if you get a chance, get in here. Now, and sometimes they hire, like they went on a time where they weren't hiring, so it's like, you can't say, oh, we're hiring all day, come get a job here, but I tell them, if you get a chance, get in there, because you're gonna get taken care of well, and you're really gonna love it.
So after 33 years, of course, I'm going to recommend Aisin to any and everybody. I've already done so. Friends of mine, some of them that I've known very well, all the way down to complete strangers that I've had approach me and ask me about the company. And I tell them the same things. It's a great company, great organization. You're not going to find anything any better. You just have to kind of open your mind to kind of a different way of thinking, a different way of being. And if you can do that, you'll be successful and you'll find an enjoyable career.
And the things I say to them is kind of the things we've talked about. If you work hard, if you invest in them, they will recognize it. You're not another face, another badge number. In the vacation days and the time off and the opportunities to grow and move quickly throughout the company. So I would definitely recommend this. And then even to peers, I recommend it, the longevity, the movement, the opportunities. I wouldn't have been here going on 18 plus years if I didn't think highly or feel company had my best interest in mind.
We would definitely love to have you, So just think about it and come. Just don't think about it, just come out. Be part of us.